Welcome everyone to my channel Sushmita Sadhu. Today we are going to talk about the journey of the soul and explore what may happen to the soul after death. We will look at the soul's journey after leaving the physical body, its connection with spiritual guides and soul groups, the lessons it learns, and the possibility of reincarnation. So let's begin the fascinating journey and experience deeper mystery of the soul. Have you ever wondered what happens to us after death? Is death really the end? Or is it only a change of experience? What if our physical body is not our complete identity? What if there is a deeper part of us that continues after the body dies? Today, let us explore the possible journey of the soul in a simple way. Imagine that your physical life has just ended. Your body has stopped working, but your awareness continues. You may feel separate from your physical body. You may even feel that you are watching your body from outside. The body may no longer feel important. Physical pain and limitations may also disappear. You may feel lighter and freer. You may realize that you are still conscious. You may also feel confused at first. After all, leaving the body is a completely different experience. You may still think about your family and loved ones. You may want to tell them that you are still there. But communication is no longer through the physical body. Your awareness now works in a different way. Slowly, your attachment to the physical world begins to reduce. You start moving away from your physical surroundings. The journey may feel peaceful rather than frightening. You may experience a feeling of light or openness. You may feel as if you are moving through a passage. You may sense that you are going somewhere familiar. The physical world gradually becomes distant. Your attention moves toward a spiritual environment. In this state, physical distance may no longer work as it does on earth. Movement may happen through intention or thought. You may not need roads or vehicles to move. You simply focus on where you want to be. Communication may also happen through thought. Words may no longer be necessary. One soul may understand another directly. Feelings and ideas may be shared instantly. This spiritual environment can therefore be very different from our physical world. As the soul becomes comfortable, it may experience a feeling of coming home. This feeling can be very strong. You may suddenly feel that you belong there. You may also recognize other souls. These souls may feel familiar to you. They may be spiritual companions. They may have shared other experiences with you. This brings us the idea of a soul group. A soul group can be thought of as a spiritual family. These souls may meet again and again across different lives. Their roles can change from one life to another. Someone can be your parent in one life and your friend in another. Someone can be your partner in one life and your teacher in another. The role may change, but the connection may remain. This gives a deeper meaning to the connection of a soulmate. Soulmate does not have to be a romantic partner. A soulmate can be a friend. A soulmate can be a family member. A soulmate can also be someone who challenges you. Some relationship may be easy. Other relationships may be difficult. Difficult relationships can still teach important lessons. They can show us our weaknesses. They can teach patience and forgiveness. They can also teach us when to set boundaries. This does not mean that harmful behavior should be accepted. It simply means that every relationship can teach us something. After leaving the physical world, the soul may need time to adjust. This can be called a period of orientation. Think of it like returning home after a very long journey. The place may feel familiar, but you may need time to remember it. The soul begins reconnecting with its deeper identity. It starts remembering that one lifetime was only part of its existence. Personality from the previous life was temporary. The name was temporary. The job was temporary. The social position was temporary. Even the physical appearance was temporary. The deeper identity belonged to the soul. This can change the way we think about human life. We often define ourselves by external things. We say, I am a doctor. We say, I am a businessman. We say, I am rich. We say, I am poor. We say, I am successful. But these are only parts of one lifetime. The deeper soul may be much larger than these labels. The soul may then look back at its previous life. This is often described as a life review. The life review is simply not about punishment. It is about understanding. The soul looks at the choices it made. It looks at the results of these choices. It also understands how these choices affected other people. You may see your own action from another person's point of view. You may understand feelings that you could not understand while alive. You may realize that a small action affected someone deeply. You may also realize that something you considered a failure had a positive purpose. The review can therefore bring great understanding. It can show where you grew. It can also show where you still need to grow. Success is not the only thing that matters. Money is not only the measure of a life. Social status is not the only measure of success. Inner growth becomes more important. Compassion becomes important. Honesty becomes important. Courage becomes important. Responsibility becomes important. The way we treat other people becomes important. The way we respond to difficulties become important. The soul may ask what it actually learned from the life. It may ask whether it became wiser. It may ask whether it became more loving. It may ask whether it used the opportunities well. It may ask whether it helped others. These questions can give a completely different meaning to life. After the review, the soul continues its journey. It reconnects with its spiritual group. Different souls may be at different stages of development. Some souls may be relatively new to physical experience. Other souls may have experienced many lifetimes. This can be compared to students at different levels of education. A beginner soul may still be learning basic lessons. These lessons may include fear, anger, attachment, competition, and survival. An intermediate soul may focus more on relationships and responsibility. It may learn cooperation and emotional balance. More advanced soul may focus on service and helping others. Spiritual growth is therefore a gradual process. It does not happen in one lifetime. It may happen through several experiences. Many lives can provide different lessons. Some lessons may be comfortable, some may be difficult, some may completely change us. One important part of this journey is the presence of spiritual guides. A spiritual guide can be imagined as a wise helper. This guide understands the soul's longer journey. The guide can see patterns that the human personality cannot see. The guide does not necessarily control the soul instead. The guide offers support and direction. Think about a teacher helping a student. The teacher can give advice, but the student still has to make choices. In the same way, spiritual guidance can exist alongside free will. We may receive guidance without losing our ability to choose. Our choices still matter. Our decisions still shape our development. The guide may help us understand the possible results of different choices. The guides may also help us understand lessons from previous lives. Guidance can therefore be seen as support rather than control. As the soul develops, it may also become capable of helping other souls. A student can eventually become a teacher. Spiritual development can work in a similar way. Souls can learn from others and later help others. This creates a larger system of learning and cooperation. The spiritual world can therefore be imagined as a place of learning. Souls can rest there, souls can connect there, souls can learn from other souls, souls can prepare there, souls can also continue developing there. Soul does not simply stop growing after death. The journey continues. At some point, the soul may begin preparing for another physical life. This is where the idea of reincarnation becomes important. A new life may not be chosen randomly. The soul may consider what it still needs to learn. It may look at its strengths. It may look at its weaknesses. It may consider unfinished lessons. It may consider important relationships. It may consider possible challenges. It may then choose circumstances that can support further growth. This does not mean that every detail of life must be fixed in advance. There can still be many possibilities. The soul may choose a general direction. The human personality still makes daily choices. This means that free will remains important. A person can change direction. A person can learn from mistakes. A person can choose differently tomorrow. Life can therefore be seen as a combination of circumstances and choices. The soul may choose certain opportunities, but the human being decides how to respond to them. The family may become part of this life plan. Parents may provide certain experiences. Siblings may teach different lessons. Friends may bring support. Partners may bring love and challenges. Teachers may influence our direction. Difficult people may expose our weaknesses. Every relationship can become part of our development. The soul may also consider the kind of body it will use. The body can have strengths. The body can also have limitations. Physical circumstances can shape our experiences. They can influence the lessons we face. Again, this should never be used to blame anyone for suffering. Suffering should always be met with compassion. Spiritual ideas should not be used to judge people. They should be used to encourage understanding. The soul may also prepare to meet certain people during their life. Some connections may be planned in advance. These people may play important roles. They may help us. They may challenge us. They may teach us. We may also teach them. Relationships can therefore work the both directions. One person can be a teacher and a student at the same time. Before birth, the soul may also prepare for the experience of forgetting. Before birth, the soul may also prepare for the experience of forgetting. Once we enter a physical body, we may not consciously remember our previous lives. This forgetting may have a purpose. Imagine playing a game when you already know every answer. The experience would lose much of its meaning, right? If we remembered everything, our choices might not feel complete. Forgetting allows us to experience life naturally. We have to discover ourselves again. We have to make decisions without knowing the entire story. We have to choose love without knowing the outcome. We have to choose courage without knowing what will happen. We have to trust without seeing the full picture. This makes human life a real learning experience. The soul may enter the physical world with a deeper purpose. The human personality must discover that purpose. Sometimes we may feel naturally drawn toward certain people. Sometimes we may feel strangely familiar with a place. Sometimes we may meet someone and feel that we have known them before. Sometimes we may have an unexplained attraction towards a subject or activity. These experiences can have many explanations. They can be psychological, they can be emotional, they can also be interpreted spiritually. Within a spiritual view, they may be signs of deeper recognition. The conscious mind may not remember, but something deeper may still feel familiar. The soul then enters the new life. A new body begins to develop. A new family surrounds the child. A new personality slowly forms. The child learns a language. The child learns social rules. The child develops likes and dislikes. The child develops fears and desires. The child begins creating a personal identity. Slowly, the memory of the deeper spiritual identity becomes hidden. The person begins to identify with the physical personality. They begin saying, "This is me." They may forget about their identity. They may forget that their identity could be much larger, yet the deeper journey may still continue. Life experiences can slowly awaken the deeper awareness. Sometimes a major challenge changes our understanding of life. Sometimes love changes us. Sometimes loss changes us. Sometimes meditation creates a sense of deeper connection. Sometimes silence helps us understand ourselves. Sometimes a difficult relationship becomes a powerful lesson. These experiences can make us question who we really are. They can remind us that life may have a deeper meaning. The journey of the soul can therefore be understood as a cycle. There is birth, there is life, there is death, there is transition, there is healing, there is reflection, there is learning, there is preparation, and there may be another birth. The cycle continues as the soul develops. Each life can bring new experiences. Each experience can bring new understanding. The ultimate goal may not be power. It may not be wealth. It may not be fame. It may be greater awareness. It may be greater compassion. It may be greater wisdom. It may be greater freedom from fear and ego. Perhaps the real question is not only what happens after death. Perhaps the more important question is how we live before death. Are we learning from our experiences? Are we becoming kinder? Are we becoming wiser? Are we treating people with respect? Are we learning to forgive? Are we learning to set healthy boundaries? Are we using our abilities responsibly? Are we helping others when we can? Are we becoming more aware of our thoughts? Are we becoming less controlled by anger and fear? If the soul continues after death, then this life is only the part of a much bigger journey. Every relationship can become meaningful. Every choice can become a lesson. Every mistake can become an opportunity to grow. Every act of kindness can have value. Every moment of awareness can matter. Maybe we are not here only to collect money and achievements. Maybe we are here to experience life. Maybe we are here to learn how to love. Maybe we are here to understand ourselves. Maybe we are here to develop qualities that cannot be measured by ordinary success. Maybe we are here to become more conscious, and perhaps death is not the opposite of life. Perhaps it is another transition within a much larger journey. The body may end, but the journey of consciousness may continue. Soul may return to a place of connection and learning. It may meet familiar souls again. It may receive guidance again. It may review the life it has completed. It may understand what it learned. It may prepare for another experience. And one day it may return to the physical world again. Another body may be chosen. Another family may appear. Another life may begin. Another set of lessons may unfold. The soul may once again forget, and the journey may begin again. Whether we accept this idea literally or spiritually, it gives us an interesting way to look at human life. It reminds us that we do not know everything about existence. It reminds us to stay curious. It reminds us to live consciously. It reminds us to value relationships. It reminds us to learn from difficulties. It reminds us to use our freedom carefully. Most importantly, it reminds us that the way we live today matters. Maybe the greatest thing we can carry forward is not our money. Maybe it is not our possessions. Maybe it is not our social positions. Maybe it is the love we gave. Maybe it is the wisdom we gained. Maybe it is the people we helped. Maybe it is the compassion we developed. Maybe it is the courage we found during difficult times. Maybe it is the person we became. And perhaps that is the real journey of the soul. It is not simply a journey from death to rebirth. It is a journey from ignorance to understanding. It is a journey from fear to courage. It is a journey from separation to connection. It is a journey from unconscious living to awareness. And perhaps the purpose of understanding this journey is not to become obsessed with what happens after death. Perhaps the purpose is to live this life better, to love more deeply, to forgive more wisely, to hurt others less, to learn more, to judge less, to become more aware, to become more compassionate. And when this physical life eventually ends, perhaps we will simply move forward into the next stage of a journey that is much bigger than we can currently imagine. Thank you for watching this video and spending your valuable time with me. I hope this video gave you a new perspective on the journey of the soul and the mysteries of life beyond the physical world. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Sushmita Sadhu for more spiritual and enlightening content. Thank you once again and see you in the next video. Stay blessed and keep exploring your spiritual journey.